Hello and welcome to episode 10 of the Halo 5 Legendary No Death speedruns. Today we're going to go through Genesis, and this is probably one of the quicker levels. It should take about 6 or 7 minutes if everything goes right. It starts off at the top of the Guardian and you've got to use your mag boots and run down really quickly whilst killing the enemies on your way down. So we'll skip the cutscene, we'll start the level and we'll see how it goes. So first of all, there's this little small cutscene as you drop down, and then you activate your mag boots and you start running down. The tactic here is to jump, boost and scope so that you can still move while shooting the enemies. So you'll see here you can boost and hover like this and you're still moving forward quite quickly. So you'll see as we get past here, you see them spawning in the distance. So jump, boost, hover and shoot them to take them out quickly. Try and take out all of them if you can. It doesn't matter if not though. You can stagger the soldiers so they don't shoot you, and as long as you take out the majority of the crawlers you should be okay.
Crawlers ahead. Don't stop. Shoot and run.
So you just work your way down here, taking out as many as you can from afar, and then when you get down to the bottom of this section, you'll see 2 crawlers and a soldier. So once you've taken those out, they are the last enemies in this section. So you'll have a small cutscene, and then you'll fall all the way down and you'll start the next section of this level. In this next section, you need to get your teammates to be as close to you as possible, because in this building there's an elevator, and if your teammates aren't on it, it won't go down. So you just want them to be on there as quickly as possible so that you can continue with the next part of the level. So we just get into this little room, we get your teammates up, you can punch the monitor just to shut her up and get your teammates to come forward. There's a little chat here as the lift starts going down, and then after the chat the area below will open up and you can carry on.
Have you also come to stop Cortana from claiming the mantle?
The mantle.
A forced piece upon the galaxy.
You'll have to wait in this next room for a little bit for the door to open, so while you wait I would change to your pistol, because in the next section you need to run to the left and pick up the scatter shot. The quickest way to do this is to sprint and slide past it while holding X to pick up the scatter shot, because if you don't slide you'll pick up the Forerunner pistol or the light rifle.
Yeah, I reckon we can make use of.
You need to boost around here, get in the ghost, quickly boost as far ahead as you can before this ghost drops, otherwise it can kill you quite easily here. You jump out of the ghost, you jump and boost to your right and grab the ledge, you run up this slope and then you turn left and run up on top of it. You then jump off and start ground pounding onto the top of this phantom. If you time it right, it's just there. Sometimes you can be a bit late, so it's quite difficult. Then have to jump, boost and ground pound onto this phantom. You move onto the nose of it, because as it comes up it's fine, but as soon as it starts flying off, if you're not on the nose it'll push you off and you can sometimes die. So once it starts flying off, you move to the left hand wing.
Which I assume is.
You wait here for a bit and then you jump, boost, hover to get your boost back. You boost again and then you ground pound onto that glitchy platform down here. You then have to drop down on the left hand side and then look to your right so that the ghosts spawn. If you don't drop down where I dropped down there and you drop down closer to the ghost, sometimes the ghosts don't spawn, so be careful. You get in the ghost and then you drive backwards a bit. You have to turn around and then the screen will start shaking. At this point you have to make sure you have full boost and you have to boost straight ahead. So you keep to the left hand side here and then you do a left hand turn. You then have to do another left hand turn here and stop boosting. Turn to your right, let your boost get back and then boost over here. You have to do that really quickly, otherwise the ghost and those stationary turrets can take you out really quickly. You then drop down this little ledge, carry on driving around here. And then when you get around this corner, on the right hand side there is an upgraded saw. So jump out the ghost with your battle rifle, swap it for the saw, change to your scatter shot, get back in the ghost, boost up this ramp, turn to your left. You have to jump out the ghost, you have to run up the slope and shoulder barge the warden. You then boost behind him, shoot him in the core with your 5 scatter shot bullets and then change to the saw. With the saw you have to shoot him in the head as quickly as you can. You should get those mini explosions just before he uses his eye beam or gets close enough to you to hit you with his sword. And then once you've done that enough times you'll die. So you've just got to make sure that you can cover and kill him quickly. You've got to be careful because there's some soldiers around the map as well. If you reload and then jump down to the left hand side, the other warden is normally at the bottom or on that slope on the left. So get your teammates to attack him if they're still alive, and then charge over to this part of the ramp. Shoot him in the back if you can, and try and get him to follow up this ramp, because there's the crawlers down on the left hand side there, and there's a soldier behind you up on that slope. So the best spot is to be here in cover and for him to be running up towards you. So try and get his attention if you can, and then hide in that little spot.
It is madness.
The humans are a variable I do not wish to encounter.
So hopefully he's coming up now, so we'll take him out. We'll shoot him with the saw, and we've still got the grenades as well if we run out of saw ammo, but you should be able to kill both wardens by the time the saw runs out of ammo.
I have mistaken your behavior as tenacity.
So once we take him out, there's a little cover on the right here as well, so if he's going to use his I-beam, you can cover here. So that's a good spot to reload as well. So now he's destroyed, we run back to the ghost to get in it, and we have to drive back to the beginning of this section where the ramp is. But the ghost is destroyed, so we should be able to do this anyway. There's a little shortcut. If you jump and run down here, come down to the bottom of the slope, and then come back on yourself, you can sprint straight to the end of the level without killing any enemies. If you kill both of the wardens and then run to the end door, you have to kill everything. But by running to the beginning of this section and then coming back, you seem to be able to skip all the enemies, and then you can just run to the end of the level and skip everything. That was quite lucky that turret was destroyed. Normally, if you've still got the ghost, you just go to the bottom of that slope and then drive straight forward, and you can drive past everything and get to the end of the level quicker. But if it's destroyed, you can still run it. So it delays it by a couple of seconds, but it's not too bad. That was Genesis on Legendary No Deaths. I hope you enjoyed it, and see you next time.